Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Swarming Planet. This is a game that's coming to Steam on May 19th, 2021. So what is Swarming Planet? Well, if you've ever played the experimental game Space Choice Data Analyzer, then you'll be somewhat familiar with how this works. So in this game, it's a base defense slash tower defense in the sense that you've got this base and you're trying to defend it from swarms of enemies that get more and more difficult as time goes on. In the campaign, you have to last for so many minutes. There is a skirmish mode where you can play an endless mode and you can set various difficulties there, the alien types, how many upgrades you get, and so on. The general gameplay flow is like Space Choice Data Analyzer in the sense that throughout the game, throughout a match, you're going to be presented with three choices. And there's a positive and a negative to these choices. The positive might be increase the range of this particular turret by 0.5 or whatever. And then the negative is this particular enemy type will get stronger in some way. And you've got, again, three choices to make. Another choice might be plop down a flamethrower turret amongst the preset areas. Like you've got maybe room for 5 or 6 turrets, and you don't have the ability to put them down freely. They're pre-assigned locations on the map. That's something I don't like. And then the negative might be, okay, this enemy type spawns more actively, or it becomes immune to this particular damage type like fire or poison, what have you. And that's the gist of it. Throughout this playthrough, throughout a map, every 30 seconds or so, time will pause and you're given these options. And typically you get 2 upgrades per 30 seconds. And I hesitate to use the word upgrades because, again, that also comes with negatives too. So it's I guess 2 choices every 30 seconds. So that's why I said it's very similar to Space Choice Data Analyzer, except Space Choice Data Analyzer was more space combat with ships, and you get to pick battle cruisers or frigates or what have you. Whereas this game is more of like a I don't know, it's a bug alien thing on a planet surface. The issues that I have with this, first off, the graphics are absolutely horrid. Some may appreciate the simplistic nature of it, I don't. Like, whenever the turrets are doing damage to an enemy, it's not until, like, 2 seconds later that the enemy despawns and dies. Like, the shot will go over it, they'll continue moving, and then they'll die, like, 2 seconds later. I'm like, ugh. There's no, like, if your flamethrower is attacking an enemy, there's no, like, burn effect on, like, you don't physically see a burn effect on these monsters. Like, there's no feedback other than the fact that they just simply disappear and die. So, the graphics are just, ugh. Sorry, I didn't care for them. I also don't like the fact that you're limited on turret space. The first level I can't get past. I think the game is just poorly balanced. There's several campaign levels, and I can't even get past the first one. I made it to the 7-minute mark. There's no difficulty settings for this. And again, in endless mode, you can adjust the difficulty. You can adjust the enemy types. You can adjust how many upgrades and blah, blah, blah. And I liked the skirmish slash endless mode because of those, those abilities to customize. But the campaign, there's no difficulty settings whatsoever. I found it unbalanced and too difficult. So do I recommend this one? No. If it were a free game, I'd be like, okay, give it a try. But when you've got Space Choice Data Analyzer out there that does this a bit better justice, then I think you'd rather just play that. I think that folks are starting to warm up to this whole idea. Like, this game has a release date of May 19th. Space Choice Data Analyzer was released on March 1st. So I think someone saw Space Choice Data Analyzer and quickly put together some kind of game like it, based on similar mechanics because it was the hot new thing, or a hot new thing. And I think that more time needed to be put into this, honestly. I think this is a rushed project, and it needed to be early access rather than just released, in 4 days' time. I'm sorry. It just, put some more work into this. This is not some kind of... I don't think this is worthy of this particular genre yet. I think that as more and more developers catch wind of this particular idea and create more games for it, we'll see some better quality games. This one just isn't up to snuff, in my opinion. Now, again, I don't know what the price is going to be. If it's maybe $5 or less or a couple of bucks, maybe I'd recommend it. But if it's anything more than $5, I'd say just play Space Choice Analyzer. It's free to play. Do that instead. So I guess we'll see. I guess it depends on how hard up you are for this kind of particular game style at this point. But I have a feeling, I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that this particular game mechanic will catch on at some point, and we'll see more games like it, hopefully. And I do stress hopefully because I like this style of game. It's just this one just needs more TLC. If you guys haven't already subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube, that way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.